ChatGPT did not exist 5 years ago. Today, artificial intelligence is in your washing machine. The companies that saw this shift coming saw their stocks explode, while the companies that didn't keep up got hurt. But now, there's an even bigger shift coming. AGI, Artificial General Intelligence, and most people don't even know it's coming. Creating AGI is the primary goal of AI research and of companies such as OpenAI, Google, and Meta. That means the real goal for these tech companies isn't to crack AI, it's to crack AGI. And no company has done it just yet, but we're getting close. And the company that wins this race is gonna be able to change our entire economy. Some people are even saying that those who control AGI will control the world. And this creates opportunity for you, first as an investor, second as an individual, to stay ahead of this shift, because most people will fall behind. And if you stick with me through this video, you'll see exactly what I mean. But first, most people don't even know what AGI is. Let me explain. AI is a tool that can give you answers. So if I go onto ChatGPT today and I say, how do I start a guacamole store? It will tell me different things that I can do, but it won't do much more than that. AGI is a brain that's designed to give you results. So if I went into AGI and said, how do I start a guacamole store? It will give me a business plan, and then it will analyze which city I should operate this in based off of foot traffic, and then it can go out and actually file my LLC for me, and then it can go out and actually hire my employees for me, and then it can actually monitor my pricing and optimize my business's pricings for my guacamole based off of what's going to give me the best profits. So instead of just telling me different things that I can do, AGI can actually do the work for me. We're going to talk about which companies are winning in this AGI race in just a minute, but the reason why I'm making this video today is because not that long ago, the common consensus was that we wouldn't see this type of AGI for another 5 to 10 years. But it looks like those initial estimates might be wrong. We just got some new reports saying that we could see the first real iteration of AGI coming as soon as 2026. Next year. So when AGI comes, not if, it's a matter of when it comes, it's going to shake up our economy even more than what we saw when AI entered our economy. Now, if you've been reading market briefs, you might remember the shakeup that AI gave to our economy. When AI became popular, we saw AI stocks rally, we saw AI replace human workers, and we are watching AI reshape our entire economy today. When AGI becomes a real thing, the shift is going to be even more drastic. Some analysts predict that AGI will transform the stocks that are working to create it. Scientists are saying that AGI will replace even more human workers, and you bet AGI will shift the way our economy works. By the way, if you'd like to stay up to date on the top financial news stories like this, my team at Briefs Media publishes a free daily newsletter for investors called Market Briefs, where we break down what's happening in things like the economy and the stock market and the housing market and crypto and the global economy into a fun, witty, and easy to read newsletter. You can read it in less than 5 minutes every morning. We have hundreds of thousands of investors that read Market Briefs every day, and it's completely free. So if you have not joined Market Briefs yet, I have the link for you to join down in the description below. Let me read you what Sam Altman, who is the founder of ChatGPT, said about AGI on his blog. Our mission is to ensure that AGI benefits all humanity. Remember, this is the mission of OpenAI. This is the company that created ChatGPT. Their real goal is not AI, it's AGI. But the future will be coming in a way that is impossible to ignore. And the long-term changes to our society and economy will be huge. In a decade, perhaps everyone on Earth will be capable of accomplishing more than the most impactful person can today. Imagine being able to hire one of the smartest business people in the world for essentially free as a partner in whatever you want to do, and they can work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and not ask for holidays off. You can imagine it as a real but relatively junior virtual coworker. Now imagine 1,000 of them, or 1 million of them. Now imagine such agents in every field of knowledge of work. This is why AGI can transform our entire economy. AI can give you answers, it can give you better research, it can give you better information, but it can't actually do the things for you. AGI, on the other hand, which is coming, is going to have the ability to actually do tasks for you, which can change productivity, it can change efficiency, and it can change the way that our economy functions as a whole. So why does this matter for you? Because when AGI comes, it is going to, number one, transform our economy, kind of like what I've been talking about, but number two, it's also going to make some people incredibly wealthy. It's going to make some investors incredibly wealthy. It's going to make some companies incredibly wealthy. And it's going to make some people who understand this incredibly wealthy, while others who don't understand this, who don't stay ahead, are going to be left behind. And as we start to see this transfer of wealth, well, you're going to see some people become much richer and some people really struggle to get a job because they can't compete against this type of technology. Now, I don't want to spend too much time talking about the impacts of AGI in our economy because I've kind of already hinted at it, but the reality is, if you can't figure out how to make your job better, more productive, more efficient through the help of AGI or AI, well, you're probably going to be left behind, period. Jobs are going to be enhanced with technology, and if you can't understand how to enhance your job, you are at risk of being replaced through technology, which is possible. So start learning, start getting ahead of this because AI is getting smarter, AGI is going to be even wilder. This brings it to number 2. How is this going to create a transfer of wealth? And there's going to be a lot of changes. And let's take one step back and understand, how is wealth really built? Wealth is built through owning an asset. More specifically, you want to own an asset that is going to grow in value. This is what I call a market shift, because you don't just want to own a piece of what's dying, you want to own a piece of what's growing. That way the value of your wealth can grow as well. And this means you want to know where the money is moving. And there are certain companies that are innovating to create this AGI, which whoever wins is going to see a big payday. There are certain investors that are investing in those companies using the AGI. The ones that win are going to see a big payday. And then there are the companies that are actually using the AGI that will also be able to see a big payday. And this is where now we could talk about many different ways of how you can implement this, but because this is a financial education channel, let's speak from the perspective of an investor. Your job is to put your money in a place where you can see the biggest and highest returns. Now, I am not a financial advisor. I am just a random guy on YouTube. Investing has risks. You are never guaranteed to make money when you invest. In fact, you will lose money at some point, so make sure you always do your own due diligence and never blindly trust a random guy on YouTube. But if you believe in the future of something, then that could, not will, but it could create a potential investment opportunity for you. But you gotta know the game. Investing is a long-term plan. It's not something you should do for 6 months or even just a few years. It's something you want to hold for the long term because you believe that this is something that you want to hold forever because it's going to grow in value. Now, I'm not saying you need to go out and invest in AI or invest in AGI. But what I'm saying is you want to understand how the game works as an investor, because not every investment opportunity is a good investment opportunity for you. You have a different risk tolerance than me. You have a different time horizon than somebody else. You have a different way that you want to be paid than somebody else. So based off of what's right for you, you need to find the right investment opportunities. What I want to talk about today is what's happening with AGI, because this is a clear shift. A lot of people still don't know what AGI is, but this is the game for a lot of artificial intelligence companies. Now, of course, we will see some artificial intelligence companies fail. Some will go bankrupt. We will see a bubble. We will see some things crash. Yet, through all the dust will be some winners. Some people will win. Go back to the 2000 dot-com bubble bursting. I always like to talk about history because, well, history doesn't exactly repeat itself, it does rhyme. There was a huge run-up in dot-com companies in the late 1990s, leading up to the dot-com bubble. And then something pricked the bubble. There was too much money out there. A lot of companies went bust. Some investors lost everything. A lot of dot-com companies went bankrupt. But the ones that were smart, the ones that were strong, emerged and became behemoths, like we know today, like Amazon. But this is where understanding the game is so important, because when that happened, a lot of people in the year 2000, 2001, and 2002 said the internet was just a fad, that the internet's going away. Well, we know today that the internet was not just a fad, but hindsight is 2020. Chances are we could see something happen like that again, where people say artificial intelligence is just a fad. All these things are just here as a little burst, as a little bubble, and then it will fail. And potentially we will see a big crash happen. But if you are playing for the long term, understanding that technology is evolving and the rate at which it is evolving is getting faster each and every day. And we know that AI is not the ultimate goal for a lot of these tech companies. It's AGI, which is not here, but it might be coming soon. So who are the companies that are involved? Meta has announced that they're focusing deep in AGI. Google is doubling down on AGI. OpenAI, the parent company of ChatGPT, just raised $40 billion to help in their AGI race. Many companies who are working to create artificial intelligence are also really just working for AGI, and there are also other ETFs out there that will give you exposure to AI companies that are many times investing in AGI as well. So if this is something that you're interested in, again, I'm not telling you what to invest in. I don't recommend what you should do. I'm just a random guy on YouTube. But there are many different ways to invest if this is something that you believe in and you're willing to take on the risk and you have the money to invest. But remember, if you are an investor, you have to be willing to invest for the long term, not be a trader, because everything that I talk about has nothing to do with trading. And you should also remember that investing in anything new, any sort of shift, is risky, because the reality is, well, there's a chance it will not happen. There's a chance that AI really doesn't see much adoption, that AGI never sees any real adoption, that it never gets created. Second, it's going to be a bumpy road. We will see ups and downs. And if we see downturns in the economy, that can make the downs even more severe. And third, we don't know who's going to win the race, if anybody is going to win the race. So you have to know your investing goals. See, the reason why I make these videos is not to tell you what to invest in, but to get you to start thinking like an investor, because the whole idea behind investing is to own a piece of the economy. And there are many ways that you can go about doing this. You can own a piece of something that you find interesting and exciting, that you want to own, that you believe is going to be a big opportunity in the future, or you can just own a piece of the economy. For example, instead of investing in a shift, like say artificial intelligence, you can also invest in the S&P 500. The S&P 500 is a group of the 500 largest companies in the stock market. Now, instead of you trying to find one niche, say technology or healthcare or real estate, you just invest in the economy. It doesn't really matter. The reason why so many people are upset at their investments as they get older isn't because they made a bad investment. Many times, it's because they didn't invest enough or they didn't invest at all. And my goal for you is to learn the game. Learn the game wealthy people play. Some people are just investing their money into the economy. Invest into the S&P 500 for the long term. That has been a proven strategy to win. Others who want to take on more risk and are okay with that additional risk for the higher potential return will look for more unique opportunities. Maybe something in the technology field like AI or AGI. Maybe something in healthcare, maybe something in real estate. But you gotta know the game that you want to play. My goal is to show you the opportunity so you can find what's right for you, because at the end of the day, those who do not understand will be left behind. And anytime you see a shift in the economy, you will also see a bigger wealth divide. We have seen this happen time and time again, that as technology gets smarter, wealth starts to shift. The people that understand this become wealthier. The average person gets left behind. Wages do not keep up with the average person. The average investor becomes wealthier and wealthier. And this is why it is important, even if you're not investing your money right now, to start understanding how technology is shifting. That way you don't get left behind. Whether it's your job or your investments, understanding this, because this shift is happening. Companies are spending billions of dollars. Billions and billions of dollars trying to create the smartest, the best, the most efficient technologies to make work easier, to make work more productive, to make work more efficient. And you bet the companies are going to want to reduce their labor costs. They're going to want to increase their efficiencies. And if they can do that with technology, why would they not want to do that? And if you think that, well, nobody's going to want to replace me because I'm such a valuable member of my team, I don't need to work to be more productive, chances are you're the person that your company is trying to replace. Now, not every job is going to be replaceable. Not every job is going to be replaced, but understanding the way the companies are thinking and keeping yourself as a valuable member of your team. And the way you can do that is by understanding technologies, understanding how to make your work better through the help of AI, because now you are making yourself better, you are sharpening your sword, that way you don't get left behind. While you start to understand how do you invest your money to own a piece of the economy, whether it's a shift, whether it is the broad economy, that way you can build your wealth, because you know that the economy is going to change in the coming years, and the change is going to get faster and faster, whether you like it or not, and regulations will not be able to keep up. And with that, I want to hear your thoughts. Do you think AGI is going to be here in the next 3 years or not? Let me know down in the comments, and what are you doing about it? I can't wait to hear what you got to say. Quantum computing is the next generation of technology. You could think of quantum computing kind of like a supercomputer on steroids to the 1000th power. All that means is that quantum computers can solve a lot of math problems very fast. Bitcoin is built on the blockchain. This is a chain of a lot of math problems.